Okay, so today I wanted to go over the sequence of what I think the sequence is for the right foot and the glide shot put from the point to where it touches down, then all the way through into the reverse. I've got two views of David Storrell here, one on the left from the side view, and then on the right from the back of the circle. They're two different competitions because I couldn't get two views from the same competition. But he reverses in both of these, so it should work out. What I've done is draw a horizontal line right through his right knee on the left video, and that's when his heel came down, the right heel. So start the video right here when his right toes touch down. And you can see that now the line is right through that red part of his pants on his knees. Okay, so he's got his knee over his toe. He's got this knee out toward the back. His foot's at about, say, 10 o'clock. His knee's right over the toe, also about 10 o'clock. In a podcast that I had heard, he had said that he wanted this, in this particular throw, he wanted this knee out even further. And he was explaining that the reason he wanted it out is that he could drive it forward even farther and even faster than to the front. So the question came up, what is the sequence? Is it the hip, the knee, the toe, knee, hip? What you often hear. For me, I think it's the knee. I think the foot just kind of is a pivot point, and the hip becomes a pivot point. And here, let's take a look and watch. So he starts with, he's just landed with his toe. He's come flat foot now. Now he's come up again on his the heel up. I think he does that because it's just easier to rotate to the front. This knee, I found the same thing. It just seems easier when you pick it up. It kind of pushes this knee out in front of you a little more, so it can drive ahead of you, in front of you, to the front. Okay, now he's bringing his left foot down. So he's driven the knee, kind of really not really moving forward. He's just kind of shifting his weight forward into the left foot block right there. Okay. So it doesn't seem like he's really driving the knee in that much, just with his body moving to trying to get the left foot down. And once both feet down, now is when he accelerates that right through. You see, it just kind of seems to drop forward, but you see he keeps it horizontal. So he's trying not to jump up with it. And I think what happens here is as he rolls onto his big toe, and he rolls that foot over, he's trying to get this foot vertical, just because that keeps the knee down. Brings the heel up, drops the knee down, and that way you can focus on driving that knee as forward as far as you can. So when he starts, his foot is, you can see right here on the back side of this, the center line of the circle. Then as he rotates, now the tip of his toes down, and you can see that the foot moves forward as the hip drives forward past the left. The shot is just about out of his fingers here. So you see that his foot has moved maybe 6 inches or so, allowing his right hip to move forward and then past his left hip into the reverse. And that's the only way I think that can happen is if that and the glide, if you don't reverse, you're not going to get that action because that foot's going to be stuck back here. And so the hip will stay back. Now, the reason I say we want to see the sole of this foot at the very end, I think, is just because you want to make sure that you bring that foot all the way up in vertical. So you can see that from the video on the right. Okay, here again, he's touched down with his right foot. The heel is up. Heel goes down. Left foot still in the air. Now, let the right heel comes up again, and his left foot toes have just landed. Now the left foot's flat. And now you can see that knee just drop in straight forward. And at this point, he's no longer pushing with that right foot. He's just rotating on that toe. So I think the whole point is to get that right hip forward. And to do that and not jump upward by extending that right leg, he has to keep that knee low. And there you can see at that moment the bottom of the foot, the whole sole. So if you kept this heel low, you wouldn't be able to see the whole shoe, the bottom of the shoe here. And the whole point, I think, like I said, is to keep that right knee low and driving forward. If you can't see the bottom of his foot, that means that his heel's still down and his knee is going upward, and he's extending it. The extension comes from the left leg. As you can see here, it's both knees are bent. He's driving that right side against the left side block, and there he extends the left. And that's when both feet come off the ground into the reverse. Okay, I just wanted to go over my interpretation of what I think the sequence is. I think it's all just driving that right knee, and then when the knee is turned downward and the foot is vertical, now it's just a matter of getting and driving that right hip forward, continuing the motion into the reverse. All right, thank you very much.